Hey guys, StationX here, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Nintendo Switch Online N64 controller. This is something that I got a while ago, but just never got around to making a video of. I have unboxed a controller, the Nintendo Switch Online controllers before. If you guys remember the Famicom ones, I did a video on that, and if you haven't seen that one, I highly suggest checking that out. But essentially, with the Nintendo Switch Online, as they keep adding different online libraries for Nintendo's past systems, for each one they have made a controller to commemorate that. Now, while I had the Famicom ones, just because I thought those were a little bit more interesting than the NES ones, since I already did a unboxing of the NES Classic, which are pretty much the same controllers, just wireless, I figured we just go to N64. The reason why I didn't want to do Super Nintendo just yet is because of the fact that I already did do Switch controller, which is a Super Nintendo, which is this one essentially. So I already did this, so I felt like it already kind of does the job. So, but that's kind of more of like an opinion sort of thing. But for N64, they do not release this controller or re-release this controller often. This is just always kind of, stayed in the N64. They never re-released it for any other console, I'm pretty sure. So this is the first time they've done that. And I just wanted to just unbox it and compare it to the original controller, because I do have one here. But without further ado, just looking at the back, the box itself, just is pretty much the same stuff. Now, if you notice, I did get the Japanese one. Not for any particular reason, considering that they both look exactly the same. It's just that was the only one that I was able to get at the time. So that's pretty much the only reason. But yeah, pretty much not too much going on with the box. We can just open this up real quick. Go. Yep. So there's the controller, and then I think underneath here is the charging cable. Yes. So if you're familiar with Nintendo Switch controllers, they all use USB Type-C charging cable. So if you already have one, say if you get this pre-owned or whatever, just if you have a Pro controller or anything with USB-C, it'll work just fine. So we're not going to really pay too much attention to that. Yeah, because the Joy-Con, the Famicom Joy-Cons that we did, they slide in like actual Joy-Cons, so they didn't need a charging cable. Whereas this one, obviously, this is not going to slide into the side of the the Nintendo Switch. So, which would have been really funny if they did, but yeah, this is pretty much the entire controller. I know it's very weird looking, and for those who don't know about this controller, it's a three-handled controller, just to accommodate the different playstyles of the N64. Keep in mind, this is when 3D was just coming out. Didn't do a whole lot of 3D games up until this point, so 3D was all the rage with this system. There was not too many 2D games, but in case there was, they had a normal kind of 2D setup. This is how you would play it for 3D, and if you want to be really weird, the D-pad and joystick combo was there too, although I honestly don't even know what games used that. If anybody knows in the comments section what kind of games used this playstyle setup, please let me know, because I have no idea what game used that thing. Most of the games just have you holding the controller like this. Very rarely do you actually use it like this, or specifically like this. Maybe one game, I'm pretty sure, has it like that. Now, I actually have the original controller here. It's not the most common color, the light gray, it's the darker gray. But yeah, obviously you can see it's wired, whereas this is wireless, and pretty much it's exactly the same. What's a nice breath of fresh air is the joystick feels really nice. Nowadays, if you buy a pre-owned N64 controller, that stick's not gonna feel as good, or you're not gonna get one that's in pristine condition unless you just opened it. That's the only way to do it, if you just buy one new and that's how it came. But you buy a used one, you're almost always going to have a problem with the stick. It's very loose. You just tap it and just it doesn't stay in properly. Whereas this, like this is right there, like brand new, which is N64 controllers almost are never new unless you just get like some third-party knockoff. But yeah, D-pad feels great, buttons feel great. Now this was before they had two thumbsticks, so the camera was controlled by buttons, so that's going to be another weird addition. But something that's new that you obviously don't see on the top of this one is that you got the sync button, the capture button, the home button, and a ZR button, because there's only one Z trigger here, so they added another one. Just, I think, if I remember correctly, I think it's, you know, it's due to the rewind feature. I'm pretty sure you're gonna have to hit both of the buttons like it was in the other online games, and just things like that. I forgot what else you would use it for, but it's nice that they included that, because it wasn't until, I want to say, the Pro controllers for the Wii/Wii U that there was a second like button like this. It was usually only one Z trigger and then the two shoulder buttons and the other buttons on the face of the controller. And you also got this big red start button. Very iconic look to the N64. Just, it's pretty much the exact same thing. But also another thing that's different, just pretty much the only other difference, is the fact that you cannot use the other stuff on it. So things like the Rumble Pack, which I'm sure you wouldn't need anyway, the Rumble Pack, the Game Boy adapter, that would have been something, if they allowed you to use old accessories, that would have been something that is cool, because if, I don't know for certain if Pokemon Stadium is on there. I actually haven't tried out the N64 online yet, but I think Pokemon Stadium, I think it is on there, I'm not too sure, but that one used the Game Boy accessory, where you put in old Pokemon games and you were able to play them in Pokemon Stadium, which would have been kind of cool if you could do that on there, but alas, you can't. It also worked on Mario Golf and Tennis, because they had the N64 versions and they had the Game Boy versions. But yeah, something that is really nice is having them release this thing, because it does not get much love and attention nowadays. And it, like previous re-releases, it is pretty much a carbon copy of the controller. But that'll pretty much be it for today. I've been Station X, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day.